All right, what's happening today? We're going to be doing chest, biceps, and triceps. I did squats yesterday and hit some pretty good numbers. So I hit 3 sets of 4 at 120 kegs, which is pretty nice to do. So my max back squat's about 160, and it's been a while since I think I've done sets of 3 or sets of 4 reps and doing it at 120. So it was nice to hit that. So next week I'm probably going to stick at 4 and try and go up, maybe try and hit 130. But we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so trying to keep my nutrition up. So I've got a protein shake to do this session with, and I'm going to have dinner straight after as well because it's 5:30 here in Queensland. We're going to warm up the shoulders. So I'll get out my cross symmetry and do that. Shoulder's been feeling slowly better. I've been doing rotator cuff exercises and doing this most days. Still not 100%, but now that we've warmed up the shoulders, just warm up the chest with some empty bar. We'll ease up into it. Let's have a look and see what we need to do. So 3 sets, 4 to 8. I did 55 kilos last time. 8 reps each. So I reckon, get up to a working set of 57.5 and go from there. Alright, so I'm actually going to stay at 50 because my shoulder's feeling it a bit. So I'm just going to roll out a little bit and come back for the next set. So I just rolled out my shoulder a little bit and my subscapular. It's feeling a little bit looser. Let's see how we go. Still not 100%, but that felt better. So that's the second set. We're just going to stick at 50 for today. With nutrition, we'll talk about that for a little bit. So I think I've finally gotten more used to the calorie deficit, which is nice. So I'm currently doing my refeed days, which is the same protein and fats as my normal, but I increase the carbs. So that's happening on a Saturday, Sunday for me at the moment. And I usually just eat extra rice because I already cook it. It's easy to intake. It's a nice source of carbs. What I'm having today, so today's one of my normal days. So the 5 normal days that I have. And I started this morning with 6 eggs. I just scramble them with no milk. And then I have my vegetable smoothie with 2 scoops of protein in it. And then a long black as well, about half an hour to an hour after eating the food. So I'm eating it around about, I would say, like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then the long black that I'm having is about 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then I'll have another long black, maybe sometimes 2 hours after that, and a protein shake with just single scoop with a 5 grams of BCAAR Blaze mixed in. And then I'll have a can of V, just for that little bit of extra like boost and I had that no later than 2 o'clock. And then as I'm having now, I'm having a protein shake before I train. So it's currently 5:30, just to get some fuel into my body. And then straight after this, I'll have my my turkey mince. So what I do is I get 500 gram packets of lean turkey mince, and then I separate it into half. So it's about 500 grams is per meal is what I have. And then I'll cook up a cup of rice in a rice cooker, and I split that into thirds. That lasts me for 3 days, which is roughly, I think it was like 70 grams uncooked is I think what it's meant to be. I haven't actually measured it out. I just split whatever 1 cup is into eyeballing it into 3, and that's my 3 nights. And yeah, and then just drink plenty of other water through the day. So that's about it at the moment. And the weight drop's going really well. So I weighed myself this morning, and I'm losing about 1 kilo a week at the moment. So this morning I was 90.6. So Saturday, before I hit the refeed, I was 90.3. Sunday I was 90.6, so I put on 0.3 of a kilogram. I always weigh myself after going to the bathroom first thing in the morning, before drinking any water. And then Monday, after both refeed days, I was 91.1, and now I've dropped back to 90.6. So the weight that I was at after one refeed day. So it'll be good to see what I drop to tomorrow, which is when we do the weigh-in. I'm hoping to be less than, or roughly around 90.3 again is kind of what I'm hoping to get back to. And then through this week, I should drop more weight. But the last time I did, if I do that, the last check-in that I did, which was on the Wednesday, I was 91.9. So if I actually dropped to 90.6, I would have lost more than 1 kilo in a week. So yeah, definitely on track. I don't know whether, I think I uploaded it with the measurements that I did with Tree, but he thinks that I'll get down to about 82. It has been a long time since I've been below 88 kilograms. And I'm actually quite excited to drop around that weight. Like obviously not my maintenance weight, won't be 82, it's just for the photo shoot. But if I can get my maintenance weight back up to sub 90 and sit at that weight, that's when I felt the strongest and lightest when doing movements like pull-ups and that kind of thing. So yeah, really looking forward to kind of hitting that maintenance phase and figuring out what my baseline weight will be from now on with this kind of training. Incline dumbbell press. We were doing working sets of 8 at 15 before, so I've got 15s now. We're gonna go straight into a working set and see how this feels. If it's okay, I'll go up to the 17 and a halves. All right, it's pretty good weight, but definitely that shoulder's feeling a little bit still. So I'm just gonna stick it to 15s just to give a bit of protection. So I had someone reach out to me recently and ask for some tips to get into podcasting. Now, when I started, I literally Googled how to start a podcast, and that led me down a rabbit hole of how to host a podcast, what program you should be used to have guests on, because there's different features that you need to consider when you have guests, and you need to then edit the recordings. There's also the fact of equipment. So what kind of equipment are you going to use? And you don't have to start out fancy, like literally like a plug-in pair of headphones that have a mic, as long as they're not like terrible, or even just a normal headset, is generally enough. And you can do it over things like Zoom or, which I think has like an hour recording limit. So you just need to be cautious of that if you're getting the free version. But yeah, it doesn't take much. And it actually brought me back to the idea of, because I was doing another interview with someone else, is that when you don't know how to do something, just Google it and Google how do beginners do this. And you're going to read a lot of articles. That's definitely what I did. It took me a week, and then it's just trial and error. So like, I don't mind answering the questions, but the person I don't think had done any research at that point. So it's definitely like, do your research before you reach out to people. And then you can ask them questions about like, hey, what do you use to host? Hey, what do you use to record guests? What do you use to edit your podcasts or your vlogs or your YouTube videos or something like that? So if you don't know, Google it. I also had a one-on-one with one of the guys that I work with at Security Blue Team that I'm leaving soon. And they asked me what was some of my advice that I could give them before I was leaving. And there's definitely advice that I gave as a manager over time. But the one piece of advice that I would have for anyone working anywhere, and it's something that I'm going through and doing now, is when you do something, document it. Because I'm leaving and I know there's processes that are just in my head, and I'm having to go through and document them. And even though I tell people this, I clearly still haven't done it. In particular around like making YouTube videos for the BTLO replay. But just in general, if you work somewhere, document it. And then don't have that document just in your own like Confluence space. Like, share it, have a centralized area, keep updating, because having something on paper is better than having nothing, because then you at least have a starting point and people are more likely to edit what is already there than starting something new. So if you can drum up that internal motivation to do documentation, 100%. Do it early, just get started. Shoulder's definitely feeling better. Still a bit humid at the moment. It's lightly sprinkling. It's been a long day though. I am still got a little bit more work to do. Got to write up, like I was just saying, I got to write up some of the processes that I haven't done before, but have dinner, get that done. Yeah, just relax a little bit. When I was talking about my habits for kind of trying to walk every morning, I haven't been keeping that up. Mainly because there's been a few late meetings, some thunderstorms around the area, which has the dog keeping me up at night. But I'm still hitting my step count every day, which is good. So even though I'm not getting up in the mornings, I'm still hitting that kind of like 13K, 16,000 steps a day. I'm still doing my Korean study every day. I had another thing where I was wanting to do like a Memory OS app, but I haven't been doing that. But that's it. Like I don't beat yourself up if you can't get your habit all at once. Like it's a slow progress to get into a space. And kind of what I've said to myself is that like I want to up the Korean language study, but first what I need to do is find some more time for myself by leaving this job. And then I can focus on the language. I can focus back on the Memory OS and focus up getting in the mornings, because especially like I'm trying to get enough sleep at the moment, so that's more of a priority. So I'm actually adjusting my sleep schedule. So if I'm heading to bed too late, I'm getting up later to make sure I'm still hitting the amount of sleep that I need. But that will change. I will have regular bedtimes and waking up times once I leave this job. That would be good. Oh. Alright. Dumbbell alternating hammer curl, which I'm just going to do together, and barbell curl for 20 reps. And I think this is 3 sets, but I'll check after this. Alright, so we did those unbroken. So I'm actually going to go up, try and increase the strength a little bit. So what I might do, I think 10s are too big a jump for the dumbbells. So I'm going 10, might add a little bit of weight. Maybe we'll go to 14 on the second movement. If you guys didn't see my Hardly Awake 4, I've got a competition running at the moment. It's going until February 26th when I'm going to announce it. But if you want to win tickets to an Australian conference like B-Sides, CrikeyCon, Adelaide Sec, something around the sub $200 mark per ticket, then subscribe to my YouTube, subscribe to my podcast, send an email to hardlyadequate@protonmail.com with your YouTube handle and a screenshot of you subscribe to my podcast, and you'll go in the draw to win a ticket. So jump on that. You've got 4 weeks, and I might see you at a conference. Oh, another hilarious video to watch is probably like my Thunder Challenge one, where I like holding a dumbbell, stand against the wall. It's like a strongman movement. I was like, this will be easy. I like practice not standing against the wall, because I was looking at like top 20 in the world. The lowest one was like 18 seconds, and I was like, I could get 18 seconds. And then when you're actually standing against a wall, like you're literally only using kind of like your front delts. I got 5 seconds. Third attempt to get it up and got 5 seconds. it was emasculating. But goes to show, like, fitness is so diverse. So some people who can do that for like a minute, impressive. I think the forearms are feeling good. Let's get into it. So where I was feeling that was just in my bicep. Oh, the one that I've probably like pulled something in ages ago. All right. So I just went to 15 on that one. Then we're gonna give myself more of a break. I'm keen for dinner. Even though it's my standard turkey and rice. Just keen for food. Need to get myself some more of that chili Himalayan rock salt. Actually, I have Himalayan rock salt and I've got chili. Just make it myself. Rather than paying an inheritance worth of money for Himalayan rock salt. Let's get into it. Oh fuck. Alright, 15. Oh, all right, 15 and 15. Not great, but all right. All right, last thing. All right, this felt a bit too light, so we're actually going to jump to the 5s. Next set. But those are hot at 14. All right, had a decent break. Doing these at 5 now. My back's feeling a bit sore. So I did 15 that time, but I'd bring my elbows back a bit to make it a little bit easier. Got one more set. Last set. All right, that's it for today. Back's feeling a little bit tight. Shoulder's still not 100%. I'm ready to eat some food, but we've got weigh-in tomorrow, so I'll catch you guys then.